Hello fellow hobbyists. So I decided to splurge a little and get a really fancy hobby vise. I originally bought these two because I was building a lightsaber a long time ago. If you search my channel for Roman props, you'll find the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber I was putting together. And this worked fine, you know, to hold electronics boards and solder and stuff like that. But you can see it's obviously melted, you know, because I'm sloppy. The soldering iron is quite hot, right? This one is, it's okay. These are both really cheap, so I don't expect the world. The only issue with this one is it takes forever to open and close this thing. I've seen another one now on AliExpress where there's a quick release right here. So if you're interested in that one, I'd go with that one. I think I also had to shim this, yeah, with a big washer, because without this giant washer, the thing would be really messed up. It just didn't work right. So actually, maybe you want to avoid this one altogether. But this one's fine. You can move the pins around with Phillips screws and stuff. But that sort of stuff takes time, you know. So, again, that's why today's video is about this thing. And just like those other two, I bought this off AliExpress. I have no affiliation. Buy this stuff wherever you want. I'm just telling you where I buy my stuff because it's definitely cheaper than eBay. eBay marks everything up 10% because that's what they charge all the sellers. Alright, so Ustar, I've seen this brand now, buying all my hobby stuff from AliExpress. It's actually got a hologram for maybe counterfeiting. It says aluminum ball vise for modeling. It's really heavy right now. The product model is UA90636, and you can see here it's a clamping jaw in a hexagon shape. The max opening is 42 millimeters, and the clamping length with pins is 75 millimeters. So good, I don't have to measure that. The vise can be rotated in any fashion because it's a ball on a big, you know, concave dish surface. Legal jargon here, or promotional marketing stuff. And then here, let's see what it says here. Well, it's all in Chinese, so, oh, I didn't expect it to be hollow there. Alright. Aluminum, 6 pins, 75 by 75 millimeters. Really fancy box, really. This definitely wasn't, it was definitely expensive, but I think a large part of it is this fancy box, which no one's going to keep that, right? Do people give vices away as gifts? Possibly? I don't know. It just seems like it could have come in a cheaper box, because I'm going to throw this box out after this video. What is in here? The pins, okay. So yeah, there's, oh, different length pins. Oh no, that's a hex driver. So we might actually need that. Let's get this out of the way here. A magnet here, let's see if they're, no, they're stainless steel, and a type of stainless that's not magnetic. The hex tool obviously is magnetic, it's just coated with zinc. And then if you have really sensitive parts, you have these little rubber protectors so you don't totally crush your model. So that might come in handy. There's a little adhesive backed grip pad. I'm not going to use that yet. Here's the base ring, and this is anodized aluminum. It's got the model number there. Yeah, very nice. What is going on here? Seems like this might be plastic here. Or is that steel? It does feel cold. Maybe this is steel, because if this ball is magnetic, it needs something with iron in it to magnetize too. In fact, where's that magnet I had? No. Interesting. None of this is steel, or none of this has iron in it. Alright. Here's the main deal. Boy, yeah, look at this. This is some high density quality foam. I don't know, that's really nice. It just seems a shame that I probably paid at least $5 for this box and this really nice foam. Like, this is like the stuff on nice watches I think would come packaged in. Okay, well, sorry, that went into the trash already. Alright, so I guess this thing just works off weight alone. I thought it was going to be magnetized. So that's a little disturbing. I mean, yeah, I don't want to accidentally push the model and then like have paint streak, you know? I actually want this to be magnetized, but it is not. I gotta get a scale. Alright, set to 0 grams. This is the weight of the thing. 363 grams. Or 12.8 ounces if you're measuring by the American way, which is, frankly, it's the wrong way. It's very inefficient. Okay, so that's all the weight that's holding your model in place. If you put a model that weighs 300 grams on this thing, it's just going to topple over, right? So that's really a letdown for the cost of this thing. I was just expecting it to be magnetic. Unless maybe you can add magnets? No, but there's nothing magnetic in this. So that's a real letdown. So you can't really do electronic soldering, I don't think, because you're going to hit it with the soldering iron and it's just going to move, right? Alright, let's see. There is a... Well, let's open this up because there's a hex tool here anyways. It must be here for a reason, right? So loosen that. Maybe it's to clear a ledge or something. Doesn't come off. It's clearly, it's almost out. So I'm not sure what that's doing. It's so smooth, I almost feel like there's a ball bearing in there. But why would there be a ball bearing in there? Right? Please leave a comment if you can imagine why. I don't understand why there would be a ball bearing, because this is the red thing that spins in this vase, right? If this red thing could be made in a way where it cannot spin, then yes, I could understand the blue part maybe spinning around, but there seems no reason to have that. So yeah, now it will not spin. So that's a really strange feature that they put in there. It opens relatively quick, I guess, because it's a double thread. As you spin this once, it's moving both of them, not just one of them, like that earlier one I showed. And then it's got a nice CNC knurling on it for good grip. And then there's a little hex bolt there for some reason you want to take it off. Alright, so this is all CNC'd aluminum and anodized nicely. So that's cool. So now the pins, I'm going to assume are just really hardened steel. Now, there's a bit of play in them. They're not perfectly, these holes have play in them. Let me try this one. Or maybe this one's at tolerance or something. These three seem to have less play than this one. Oh no, maybe it's for some reason it's that hole that's a little bit too big. It seems fine now. Okay, so I take that back, it's weird. These don't have much play at all. It's just something about this hole right here where it definitely, you can see it wiggle around quite a bit. You know what? Maybe this whole side is, I think, yeah, that's quite interesting. All the holes on this side are tighter. All the holes on this right side, they're purposely a little bit wobbly. Maybe I guess they did that to think that this thing would like angle and grab your model a little bit better if it could rotate a little bit. But it's literally like 1 or 2 degrees. So that was a conscious decision for them to make these holes a tiny bit bigger than that side, which is, again, some interesting choices going on here. Alright, so I don't want to lose these rubber things. I'm just going to put them on all of them. No, there's an extra one, so that's nice. You got an extra bit there. And so if you don't feel like scratching up your table, because this is just aluminum, you know, it's going to scratch up a wood table possibly, although it is you know, there's a slight radius here on all these, on these edges. So none of this is sharp. It's not going to cut your hand or anything like that. But if you want to protect your, you know, surface, that's what this rubber pad is for. Alright, well, ever so strange that that is not magnetic. Right? I don't know what they're thinking. Anyways, I'll find some parts and we'll see, you know, how I work with it. See whether or not it's going to move around. Obviously, the heavier the part is, the more apt this is going to just move out of the way, and your decal will shift or your paint will streak. So yeah, it's not looking good right now, but we'll see at the end. Alright, I'm in the middle of making this Gundam artifact here, and we gotta put some photo etch pieces on, so I thought this would be a good time to try this thing out. So I gotta put this vent in there. Let's move this pin around. Maybe 2 pins there. Get this one out of here. Well, just 2 pins is necessary for this. So it is nice that you can, you know, rotate this around because it makes orientation very easy. Again, I'm not sure if I'm still debating if it should be magnetic. Alright, I gotta get some crazy glue here. Here's a little, this is actually the face of a watch, so I can scrape it off. It's a sapphire watch, whatever. Alright, so then I take this toothpick, I put some poster putty on it. Let's see, it's taking all the pieces with it. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not in focus, I apologize. Get a toothpick here, go over the edges. Alright, that should be enough to just keep in place. I'm not sure if you're going to see this because my hand's going to get in the way, but alright, so yeah, there it is. So this definitely helps out with these really tricky bits. Let's do another one. Let's see. On the back of this torso I have to put some vents. So I'll just face it towards myself, make it a little easier. Then the pin maybe here, possibly there. Right, just to keep it from moving around. Alright, let's find that piece that I need, which is, I guess, this one. I guess I'll have to test fit this. Yep, it's going to go in like that. Alright, so yeah, again, very handy. Now naturally I could probably do this just with my hands, but it's really nice to just not have to hold something at least this tiny in your hand and try to do this. I really think having the precision of this ball is an advantage. So as expensive as this product is, I'm happy I bought it. So let's try a decal out. Yeah, it's pretty nice because, you know, as I need to move the decal around, moving the ball actually helps, you know, get a perpendicular view to the actual decal. You know, you don't want to look at things at an angle because you don't know if it's going to be straight. I'm trying to match this decal up with that line. I guess that's alright. Let's dry that off. Alright, yeah, sorry, it's a really, really small model. But, yeah, I managed to put that decal on pretty nicely. So, yeah, it's very good. I guess in conclusion, this thing is good. It's, again, I'm really happy I have it. I do feel possibly if it was magnetic, you know, it might be a little nicer. But then again, if it was magnetic, it wouldn't be so easy to move this around. And at least with the decal, it seemed to be a nice advantage to move it easily. Alright guys, well, I'll see you in the next tool related video.